Hi, students. How are you all? I hope you're all fine at home. Welcome back to the online English classes. Today, we are going to do the second chapter of the fourth unit from your NCERT book. Okay, so what is the second chapter of the fourth unit? It is My Elder Brother. All right. Now, the picture that you can see in the background is the same picture in your book. All right. When you are reading this chapter, you will find out that the same picture is there on the very first page of the chapter. And in this video, we are not going to discuss about the text of the chapter. Today, we will only have an introduction. So, this chapter, My Elder Brother, is a translation. Okay, so it has been translated into English from the Hindi short story Bade Bhai Sahab. Alright, and those of you who can read Hindi, you can easily see that in the picture. In Hindi, it is written Bade Bhai Sahab, and below that, it is written Prem Chand. Alright, so Prem Chand has written this Hindi story, Bade Bhai Sahab, and it has been translated into English. And that is what you are going to study in this chapter. Okay, so now we are going to discuss the importance of translation, or why do we need translation in the first place. Alright, but before that, I think you should know the meaning of the word translation. Alright, so what is translation? It is the process of translating words or text from one language into another. Alright, so you see, in this case, the case that we are dealing with right now, here we already had a short story which was written in Hindi, alright, and the name was Bade Bhai Sahab. Now it has been translated from Hindi into English, and now it is called My Elder Brother, alright. So what happens during the process of translation is that only the language is changed. The characters remain the same, the story remains the same, the essence, the moral, everything remains the same. Only the language, only the medium of the language changes. All right. And all right. So now let us see what are the various reasons why we need translation. Okay, so the very first reason is that it promotes an understanding of different cultures. Okay, so you see, you are a Bengali, right? Now, this story that you are going to read, most of you are Bengalis. So now the story that you're going to read is written in English. Now, this English story has been translated from Hindi. All right. Now, you people do not belong to a North Indian background, right? But this story belongs to a North Indian background. So you will get to know a little more about the North Indian culture. Yes. Now you see, students, as you already know, Rabindranath Tagore has written numerous short stories, and all of those short stories have been translated into English. Yes, now people around the world, Rabindranath Tagore wrote the stories originally in Bengali, but how can a person from France who lives in France, how can that person read the story that Rabindranath Tagore had written? He or she can read it with the help of translation. Now, we generally, it doesn't happen that particular person belonging to France will definitely not know Bengali, right? So how will they read the stories of other languages? They will read it with the help of translation. All right. So a person from France is getting to know about the culture of West Bengal. Yes. So just like this, when we read translations, we also get to know more about other cultures. All right. What else? It also increases readership around the world. All right. So the more you read, the more you read in a particular language, the more you get to know about things written in different languages, the more the readership will grow, the more number of people will be engaged into this habit of reading. Yes, it also preserves cultural heritage. All right. Now, what is heritage? Heritage is anything that is acquired from previous generations. All right. So whatever it can be property, it can be anything, it can be values, manners, all right, whatever you have got from your grandfather or your great grandfather, all those things are a part of the heritage. All right, so things, stories that were written 100 years ago can be still read 100 years later. And what happens when we read stories that are that like 100 years old? We are preserving the cultural heritage. Yes, so we are preserving the old things, and you already know old is gold, right? So translation is needed for all these reasons. All right, students. Now the picture that you can see on your screen is that of Premchand. All right. And he was famously known as Munshi Premchand. And he was born in the year 1880 and he died in the year 1936. Now let us look at some of his details. His actual name was Dhanpat Rai Srivastav. All right. Now, many of you must be wondering, why does this person have two names? He has two names because one was his real name and one was his pen name. Now, what is a pen name? A pen name is a name that is used by a writer to publish his works. All right. So when this person, Dhanpat Rai Srivastav, was writing something, when he was publishing his works, he did not use the name Dhanpat Rai Srivastav. Instead, he wrote Munshi Premchand. All right. So later it was found out that the person who is writing under the name of Munshi Premchand, his actual name is Dhanpat Rai Srivastav. All right. Now, for example, if you are aware of the Bengali novelist, Balai Chand Mukhopadhyay, his pen name was Bonapul. Alright, so just like that, many authors used to have pen names of their own. Alright, so Munshi Premchand was famous for Hindustani literature. So whatever is written in Hindi is a part of the Hindustani literature, mostly literature of North India. Alright, and some of his notable works are Godan, Karma Bhumi, Gaban, and Mansarovar. Alright, if you get time, you can read these. You can, if you're unable to read Hindi, you can also read translations of this. Alright, you will thoroughly enjoy his works. Now, the thing that you can see on your screen is the chapter. All right, it is a picture of the chapter. All right, so you see, this is a bit different from the stories and the poems that you have read. Yes, here you can see there's something written in pink. Yes, and it is called scene 1. And then there are two people, Bhaiya and Munna, they're talking to each other. You know what exactly this type of a text is called? It is called a drama. All right. So let us see what a drama is. So, what is a drama? A drama or a play is a piece of writing that is presented almost exclusively through dialogue. Alright, now what is a dialogue? A dialogue is a conversation between two or more people as a feature of a book, play, or film. All right. So you see here, you saw there, if you read the chapter, you will see that there is a conversation only between these two people. Their names are Munna and Bhaiya. All right. So it is a dialogue. All right. Now, however, the way in which they are presented to the audience is different because unlike a short story or novel, the play is meant to be performed in front of an audience. All right, students. Now you see one thing. All right. Till this time you had read about short stories, about poems and all. All right. So this is somewhat a drama looks like. All right. This is a very small drama. A very small drama. It has been divided in only 3 scenes. But you know, if you read like the actual dramas, those are very big. Those are very complex. They have numerous characters. they are very lengthy. All right, they are covering a huge span of time, but this one is a small one. All right, now here, as you saw, that it is written basically for an audience. It is not to be read but to be played on stage. All right, now since right now you are reading it as a part of your book. All right, but generally these kind of things are used for staging plays on in theaters. Okay, students, so the picture that you can now see on the screen is very important. Look at it carefully. All right, so you can see there are many people. They are dressed elaborately. There is a tower, there is a clock mounted on that tower. There is a house-like structure at the back. There is a staircase. All right, so all these things are a part of a presentation of a drama, a stage production of a drama. So a drama was written and these people are enacting it. All right, so you see there is also an audience which you cannot see. They are on the other side. All right, this is how a drama, when it is being staged, it looks like this. All right, in Kolkata there are many theater groups. I don't know if you people are aware of any such theatrical productions or not, but if you watch DD channel, the DD national that is there, all right, there you can see many dramas being enacted. All right, so this is what a picture from a play looks like. And this is a scene from the theatrical presentation of Bade Bhai Sahab. All right, this is a Hindi drama. This is a scene from a Hindi drama. All right, and you can see there are two characters, there is a desk, and they are acting it out on a stage. So the thing that you're going to read, this particular scene is enacted from the Hindi version of it. Now, students, you have to guess what exactly this thing is. I think it looks very familiar to you. Yes, on top it is written school timetable. So you are very well familiar with what a school timetable is, right? You get it in the beginning of a session. In the beginning of every new session, you get one timetable which you follow for the whole year. Yes. So this is what a timetable looks like. All right, students. So if someone asks you what exactly is a timetable, you can say, in a school or college, a timetable is a list that shows the times in the week at which particular subjects are taught. All right. So you see, if anyone takes a look at your timetable, at your routine, they can easily understand how many English periods do you have, how many maths periods do you have, at which time your Bengali period will start, at which time your EVS period will end, when is the time for recess, when does the school get over. Yes, you get all these information there. You can also refer to the range of subjects that a student learns or the classes that a teacher teaches as their timetable. In your timetable, the name of the teachers is also mentioned. Yes, like which teacher takes which subject. This is also clearly written in the timetable. So you see, students, in this chapter, we have still not come to that. Yes, but we will come to it later. There is a reference to a timetable. This is why we are discussing about timetable. Now there is an activity. All right. It is going to be a very interesting activity. I hope you have already done the activity that was given in Robinson Crusoe. All right. And this activity is going to be more fun than that one. Okay, so what exactly do you have to do in this activity? You have to make a timetable. Since you don't have a timetable this year for this session, you have to make it for your own. So you will make a timetable for yourself, including your study time, your play time, and leisure time. What is leisure? Leisure is the time for rest. Okay, at which time you are taking rest, that also you need to mention. So in at which time you are reading which subject, when are you playing. I know playing outdoor games is not possible right now, but you can definitely engage in some indoor activities. Yes, so you have to mention that, and you will also mention when you are taking rest, and you can do it in your classwork copy, in your so it will be better if you do it in your literature copy. Okay, make a timetable, and that's it. Now, let us quickly have a recap of all the things that we learned in this particular video. All right, students. So these are the few things that we have learned in this particular video. The first one is my elder brother is translated from Munshi Premchand's Bade Bhai Sahab, and Bade Bhai Sahab was written in Hindi. So it is a translation from Hindi to English. All right. Next, we learned about the importance of translation. Why we need translation? Why is it important? Yes, we learned about these things as well. Then after that, we moved on to some information about Premchand. Not just we learned about his birth year and his death year, we also got to know his real name and some of his notable works. Next, we moved on to the features of drama. After that, we also discussed about the definition of timetable, what it exactly is. And at last, I have given you one activity on timetable, which you are supposed to do in your literature copy. How you are going to do it, what exactly are you going to include in that, everything has been mentioned. All right, students, with this, we come to the end of our discussion on the introductory part of this particular chapter, My Elder Brother. All right, in the next video, we will start the discussion on the text. All right, so until then, goodbye and stay safe.